Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
And thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Dua Asrar. Emily Haugen is off tonight. The death toll now tops 150 after Halloween partying in Seoul, South Korea turned into a stampede. A warning, some of these images are disturbing. Wendy Gillette reports from New York.
Ambulance sirens wailed in the streets of Seoul as first responders and anyone prepared to help desperately performed CPR to try to save those who had stopped breathing. Crowds celebrating Halloween had surged into a narrow alley near popular clubs and bars. And it was there that the crush became too much and many fell, toppling each other like dominoes, according to one survivor. An estimated 100,000 young people, mostly in their 20s, were celebrating the holiday, the biggest party since the pandemic started.
Oh my God, oh my God.
A social media video captured the terror of the night as the surge started. Overwhelmed emergency officials lined the dead in the street. More than 1,700 responders were dispatched to the area. President Biden and the First Lady released a statement sending their deepest condolences to the families who lost loved ones.
어젯밤 헬로윈을 맞은
South Korea's president declared a period of national mourning and visited the site of the tragedy. This is the worst disaster in the country since a ferry sinking in 2014. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
More than 80 people were injured, some critically, and at least 19 foreigners are among the dead.
Well, a good Sunday evening to you. We had some clouds at times today, but temperatures still on the mild side with highs in the upper 50s to lower 60s. 62 was a common number, even some mid to upper 60s down in the Wisconsin River Valley, Prairie du Chien, and Boscobel. What you need to know looking forward here, dry and mild for our Halloween Monday. A very warm start to the month of November and continue dry as well. And then finally some rain chances return to my forecast later in the week. Now tonight, decreasing clouds, as these are just kind of some debris clouds from a disturbance well to our south and east down towards St. Louis. Nothing locally was falling, reaching the ground, I should say, even though some light radar returns were seen at times. 41 right now in Eau Claire, 37 in Black River Falls, also some 30s in Sparta and Volkfield, 45 in La Crosse, 47 in Viroqua, and 47 in Prairie du Chien. So partly cloudy, seasonably cool tonight, light or calm winds, lows in the 30s for most, right near 40 degrees here in La Crosse. And our schoolcast for Halloween tomorrow, lots of sunshine, dry, and very, very mild conditions. 56 by lunchtime, afternoon highs in the lower to middle 60s. Trick-or-treat forecast for tomorrow evening's looking spooktacular as well. I'll have the details of my 8-day forecast coming up.
Thanks, Phil. The U.S. Supreme Court is set to hear a case that could end affirmative action at colleges. Justices will meet tomorrow to consider whether colleges and universities can continue to take race into consideration as a factor in admissions. Challengers are targeting minority admissions programs, saying they violate equal protection and are discriminatory. This may leave the future of admissions plans at hundreds of schools in the balance. Well, some Milwaukee bars are banning Jeffrey Dahmer Halloween costumes this weekend. The notorious serial killer took the lives of 17 men and boys between 1978 and 1991. Carolyn Reinwald reports says some bars are trying to educate people who don't know the trauma Dahmer caused.
Ahead of Halloween festivities, management at DIX Milwaukee is warning customers one costume will not be tolerated.
We understand that there's a generation out there that did not live this situation. They may not understand the severity of how it affected the community.
Promoting their Saturday Halloween party and costume contest, DIX also posted on Facebook, "Please, no Jeffrey Dahmer costumes."
We just don't want to really put our patrons in a situation where they would have to see something or relive something that they had to truly experience.
A traumatizing time the LGBTQ+ community lived through. Dahmer killed 17 men and boys, most of them in Milwaukee. Authorities say he met many of his victims in gay bars in Walker's Point. DIX here in Walker's Point isn't the only bar sending this message. Another bar downtown is also warning their customers not to show up in a Dahmer costume. The bar This Is It also posted their own Dahmer costume ban on Facebook, telling 12 News it's it's been getting phone calls ever since the Netflix series aired, adding such hateful and disrespectful costumes will not be allowed in our space.
It really kind of infuriates me. It's just like really like, one, we shouldn't even be having to have this conversation.
In Milwaukee, Caroline Reinwald, WISN 12 News.
Now, bars aren't the only place Jeffrey Dahmer costumes are banned. Earlier this month, online retailer eBay banned Dahmer Halloween costumes from being sold on its platform. The online retailer stated costumes of the serial killer violate company policy by promoting or glorifying violence. Well, a new memorial is coming to La Crosse. The La Crosse City Vision Foundation has started selling granite bricks for a new Veterans Memorial in Riverside Park. Local businesses can get in on the fun and purchase a brick. The memorial will open in spring of 2023, and we will post the link to the foundation's website on news8000.com. Another annual La Crosse Halloween tradition is underway. The First Presbyterian Church in La Crosse hosted its annual Trunk or Treat today. Trunk or Treaters got a chance to get some candy, play some games, and participate in a raffle. Organizers say that the turnout was amazing all around.
We had people lined up right at 3 o'clock when we started. And we have people returning from last year and years past. It's just great. It's a regular neighborhood event that they count on.
Apart from trunk or treating, church organizers say it's a great way to recruit new people to their church. Well, love it or hate it, this weekend candy corn is being celebrated. Today is National Candy Corn Day, and this sweet treat was created in the 1800s with ingredients including corn syrup, marshmallows, and a wax made from palm tree leaves called carnauba. The traditional colors are yellow, white, and orange, but you can find candy corn in a variety of colors these days. And there is no shortage of haunted houses this time of year, but in St. Petersburg, Florida, there is a haunted house that not only makes you jump with fright, but smile in appreciation. As Robert Boyd reports, the entire haunted attraction is put on by adults with developmental disabilities.
Well, when it comes to Halloween here at Park, it's not just about scaring, it's about creating, motivating, and inspiring. However, this weekend, it is pretty scary.
From zombies to dead brides to witches, and don't forget about the killer clowns. The Park Haunted House is the highlight of the year for these participants.
It's all about scaring people. It's really how many people we could scare.
Ronnie Williams is one of a dozen to help design, create, and act in this ghostly walk through the cemetery.
And I gotta tell you, this blood is pretty scary. I'm hoping it's fake, right?
Yes, it's fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake.
You're gonna ride a horse, maybe? Yeah. And then scream at him?
Brian Rothy, Assistant Vice President of Adult Community Programs, says he knew the haunted house would be fun, but never realized the life skills it would also add.
An awesome team building experience. It has a social component to it. There's a lot of organizing that's going on. There's a lot of planning that has to happen. There's a lot of inventory lists that we have to make, and our participants are taking an active role in that.
I dreamed about being a killer clown ever since I was like a preteen. So it's kind of fun, and it's kind of gruesome and spooky and scary and bleh.
And this weekend they'll have a chance to put all their hard work to the test as they invite family to visit, if they dare.
Are you excited to scare your friends and family this weekend?
Yes.
Are they going to recognize you with all this blood?
No.
Of all the other scary characters, who are you the most afraid of?
The wolf. Brian hopes the community appreciates how dedicated their cast of characters are.
The best part for me is the way that they talk about it throughout the entire year, at how excited they are, the smiles, the stories.
The haunted house will be open for scares this Halloween weekend. Well, coming up, this could be a Halloween to remember. For one lucky winner, the Powerball reaches a record $1 billion. And how to stay safe this Halloween, what Mayo Clinic doctors recommend for a safe trick-or-treating experience.
Jerry here with Stockman's of Osceola, where we have the area's largest selection of snacks for all seasons. Popcorn and peanuts, summer sausage, crackers, cookies, and the classics like box chips, where we have all your beverages to wet your whistle.
Radical Tim Michaels is extremely divisive.
I don't care who I offend.
And at his company, the culture comes from the top. Multiple court filings say women were sexually assaulted, harassed, and pressured to have sex with their bosses.
If she refused demands for sex, she would be blackballed from working on a pipeline job.
Higher-ups dismissed the women as liars and fired those who spoke out.
I don't care who I offend.
That's how Tim Michels runs his company. Don't let him run our state.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Ram Tough is perfect for us at Pischke Motors. We've got some pretty tough customers.
Get in on the big savings during Ram Power Days. Right now, a 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn 4x4 Crew Cab comes with 1.9% financing for 60 months. Plus, get a $2,000 rebate. But hurry, Ram Power Days ends October 31st. Stop by in West Salem or La Crosse and test drive one today.
Ram and Pischke Motors, getting the job done.
We're here with Stockman's of Osceola, where we have the area's largest selection of alcoholic beverages. We have seltzers, a large variety of beers, over 100 varieties of wine, cocktail mixes, liquor, and I'll be looking for you even over here by the original beverage, water.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, one lucky lottery player could be in for a very big treat Halloween night. With no winner Saturday night, the Powerball jackpot stands at a staggering $1 billion. This is only the second time in Powerball's 30-year history that the jackpot has hit $1 billion. The biggest of all time was $1.5 billion in January of 2016. A man who calls himself the Wolf of Airbnb is accused of scamming renters out of more than $1 million. Federal authorities say Conrad Beecher failed to pay rent for at least 18 apartments in Manhattan in 2019. Beecher allegedly listed the units as short-term rentals on Airbnb and other rental websites. He now faces 2 counts of wire fraud and 1 count of aggravated identity theft. Each count of wire fraud carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. And it is a somber holiday weekend for some people at Fort Myers Beach. The area was devastated in Hurricane Ian. Tonight, a candlelit vigil is honoring victims and survivors. Organizers of the vigil say they want to show support for the Fort Myers Beach community. The vigil was in memory of everyone affected by Hurricane Ian and will show who still remains ready to rebuild their tiny piece of paradise. Well, coming up next, how watching a scary movie can be a form of exercise.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. A really nice Halloween in store and a very mild start to the month of November as well. Details after the break.
We should prank Allison.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is your refrigerator running?
Yeah, why?
Well, you better go catch it. Ooh, we should prank Shelby.
Ooh, yeah.
Is your furnace running?
No, I haven't turned it on yet.
I know who you should call. Call GNT.
For the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
The power to change your future is now. The new F-150 is here. Be one of the first to drive the latest, most advanced, best-selling truck for the last 45 years. Custom order your F-150 today. Now, lock in $500 retail order bonus cash on an all-new 2023 Ford F-150. Don't wait. Get to your Northland Ford dealers today.
You didn't live this strong, this long, to get put on the shelf like a porcelain doll. But 1 out of 2 women over 50 will suffer a fracture from osteoporosis. You should know you can build new bone with Evenity for postmenopausal women with osteoporosis at high risk for fracture. Ask your doctor if you can do more than just slowing down bone loss with Evenity. Want stronger bones? Then build new bone. Evenity can help in just 12 months. Evenity is proven to reduce spine fracture risk by 73%.
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a cardiovascular problem. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions and low blood calcium have occurred. Tell your doctor about jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity, or about pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred.
Don't let a break put you on a shelf. Talk to your doctor about building new bone with Evenity.
This is fentanyl, so dangerous that one pill kills. They make it in China, smuggle it through Mexico. Across our border that Joe Biden surrendered to cartels and gangs. Brad Path backs Biden's open border agenda 100%. Fentanyl killed 1,200 people last year in Wisconsin alone. Now every town is a border town. Path won't stop the drugs, so we have to stop Brad Path.
I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message.
Fall Home Show going on now at the Board Store. Visit today and see what's new and get your $250 discount coupon. Register for prizes and visit with designers. Hope to see you soon.
As people head out to celebrate Halloween, police are not the only ones telling everyone to be careful. According to UW Health Kids experts, kids are twice as likely to be hit by a car and killed on Halloween than on any other day of the year. While accidents are very rare, UW experts say that these accidents are still minor and encourage families to exercise caution.
Most of those injuries tend to be thankfully minor, from falls, trips, scrapes, broken bones, all that can be taken care of.
Experts recommend that drivers should slow down, kids should carry glow sticks and only cross at crosswalks, and to use face paints instead of masks. And on another scary note, for many, it's time to pull out the old scary movies again. And many are wondering why their heart beats quicker from jump scares. Mayo Clinic doctors say that watching a scary movie is the same as getting physical exercise. And for many others, doctors say that it can also trigger a special kind of response.
This comes from the non-fight or flight response. When we are being chased by an animal, our instinct is to either fight the animal or flight, which means to run away.
In a recent study funded by the Science of Scare, some of the scariest movies include The Conjuring and Insidious. Well, let's take a break and head over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. Bill, what is your favorite scary movie?
Oh gosh, a lot of them. I was never a big fan of scary movies to begin with, but I think the ones that were more realistic are scarier to me, like Jaws, actual animals coming after you and such, instead of the slow zombies and that type of stuff. So, but hey, nothing scary about the weather for tomorrow, that is for sure. Let's start with the time lapse this evening. We had a mostly cloudy sky, but just enough partial clearing for some nice colors as the sun set earlier this evening. Here's how it looked just after 6 o'clock. Gorgeous shot through CityCam 8 over downtown La Crosse. And speaking of Halloween and our trick-or-treat forecast for tomorrow evening, again, 4 to 8 o'clock, most communities, that's kind of the range for trick-or-treating. 64 degrees at 4 o'clock, dropping to about 50 degrees by 8 o'clock. So for Halloween standards, that is very mild conditions. And if you want to get the kiddos, the ghosts and goblins out before it gets dark, sunsets just before 6 o'clock. Light winds as well, so won't blow around those wigs if you have that as part of your costume as well. Otherwise, tonight, skies are starting to become partly cloudy. In fact, saw some stars just outside a moment ago. 62 was the high, 40 the low, 55 and 37 the averages, 80 and 7 are the records, and it remains quite dry, 1.38 inches below average for October and 6.34 inches below average for the year. 45 degrees out at the airport, still 50 downtown at the station. Wind is calm. The Mississippi dropping 4.91 feet, 41 for you folks in Eau Claire, and your wind is calm as well. Temperatures primarily in the 40s and 50s, although our traditional colder spots of the north and east have slipped into the 30s, 39 in Sparta and Volk Field, 37 in Black River Falls, 48 in Viroqua, 46 in Prairie du Chien. And look at every reporting station in our viewing area except Preston now reporting a calm wind at this time. So just some clouds at times today, but nothing falling from those clouds as the main low is down by St. Louis. So any scattered showers passing by well to the south and east. Even though there were some light radar returns earlier, the air is so dry, dew points in the 30s and 40s, that was evaporating before reaching the ground. So Sky Tracker shows that low continues to pass by to our south and east. Clouds breaking up as we speak, so lots of sunshine in store for our Halloween Monday. Mainly clear tomorrow night, and lots of sunshine for the first day of November on Tuesday as well. And boy, temperatures are going to respond quite nicely. Check out the highs for tomorrow, well into the 60s. In fact, right around 65 or so in the La Crosse area. And I've got over 65 communities on our zone forecast, and every single one should see highs between about 62 and 67 degrees. Keep in mind, average highs this time of year in the lower to middle 50s, so we are well above that. So for tonight, partly cloudy, seasonably cool, lows near 40 degrees. Tomorrow for Halloween, 65, mostly sunny and mild. Fairly light winds and variable at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Even warmer to start November, upper 60s to low 70s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Kind of breezy Wednesday and Thursday as well, in advance of a storm system that finally brings a chance of rain. Later Thursday night and into Friday, and some periodic shower chances Saturday and Sunday. The model's kind of at odds at a system next weekend. Right now, I'll kind of broad brush a slight chance. Something else to think about next weekend. Don't forget the end of daylight saving time, so we fall back 1 hour, get an extra hour of sleep next weekend.
All right, thanks, Bill. Are we going to catch you trick-or-treating around town tomorrow?
And I'll be handing out candy, I'm sure, in between work duties here. So.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay.
And now it's time to announce the chosen picture for picturing our community photo for the week. This week's winner is John Anderson with Sunset After the Storm. Every week we pick a photo to be shared in our gallery on our website at news8000.com and socially on our News 8 Now Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram. If you would like to participate, just head to news8000.com, click on Submit Photos and Videos under the Home tab, then click on Picturing Our Community and enter your photo. A new winner will be chosen every Friday, announced Sunday night, and then showcased online Monday morning. And after the break, the Packers are finishing up their Sunday night game against the Buffalo Bills, and the Vikings were at home looking for the 6th win of the season against the Cardinals. Kate is in next with those highlights.
News 8 Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or treatment for a complex condition, Mayo Clinic Health System has convenient and safe options for the care you and your family need.
I was in law enforcement for over 40 years, and I can't imagine a better attorney general than Josh Kaul. He's a real prosecutor who's locked up murderers, serial rapists, the really dangerous guys you want off the street, and kept them behind bars. And he'll work with anyone, Republican or Democrat, to get it done. Look, there's more we have to do, but the only one I'd want leading the fight against crime is our Attorney General, Josh Kaul.
Welcome to the rustic side of Black River Furniture Outlet, Western Wisconsin's Cabin Store. Buy unique, one-of-a-kind pieces made in the USA, featuring aspen, hickory, barnwood, and specialty woods like walnut and maple burl. Shop dining sets, bars and bar stools. Find epoxy pieces, coffee and end tables, cabin furniture bedroom sets in king, queen, full, or twin. Bunk beds and case pieces to match. Huge selection in stock to take home or deliver today. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Hello, I'm Christy Halinka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
Inflation's eating up all our savings.
Our home value is plummeting.
Yet Biden and Mandela Barnes support a massive tax increase on middle-class families. Are you kidding?
Now Barnes supports hiring an army of IRS agents to audit working families. Who needs that headache?
How about Barnes starts worrying about paying his own taxes?
Wisconsin Truth PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Kate Overton.
Well, the Packers are still finishing up Sunday Night Football, which of course means I can't quite show you the highlights yet, but don't worry too much. There hasn't been too many Green Bay highlights. I mean, the Packers were 10-point underdogs and the already struggling offense was missing Allen Lazard tonight, but but they've really relied heavily on their run game. If I can get that full screen back up, it's something I've said almost all season long. They got to get Aaron Jones the ball. He's at 20 carries for 143 yards, and he's looked real good. Rodgers wasn't his best tonight, but he has had a couple of nice drives, capped off with deep touchdown passes, one to Romeo Doubs and the other to Samori Toure. But that's only added up to 17 points. They were stopped on 4th down, and they had a touchdown get called back, but definitely some improvement on the offensive end. For the defense, it was a little bit different story. I know they were up against the best offense in the NFL, but they were getting torched in the first half. Second half, they've settled down. They've picked off Josh Allen twice, and they did their best to keep this one as close as possible. But at the end of the day, this one, well, it's sort of close, I guess. Mason Crosby actually just missing a field goal there. That's going to keep this one a 10-point game. Packers were close to making it a one-score game. They were going to go for the onside kick, but now they're still down 10 points, and the Bills just took over. That one should wrap up shortly. This team is young, and to be honest, they just aren't that good for their expectations. We're 8 games into the season, and they have the same record as the Chicago Bears. All right, but switching gears to the Vikings, they were at US Bank Stadium taking on the Cardinals. We'll jump to the second half. Kyler Murray hits Zach Ertz on the quick pass, and he just does get in there for the score, so the Cardinals take the lead. But this Vikings offense was tough to stop. Cousins hands it off to Alexander Mattison. He's going right up the middle and fights his way in for the score. Cardinals looking to answer. Murray dropping back, buying time, and launching it deep downfield. But that's right into the hands of Harrison Smith. And the Vikings defensive back comes up with a big interception into Cardinals territory. Still on his feet, but is finally brought down at the 30-yard line. A few plays later this time, it's Dalvin Cook taking the handoff and scoring. Vikings take a 28-17 lead. Ensuing drive, Murray finding Rondale Moore, and he's going to somehow slip through this tackle and go all the way in for a touchdown. 3 Viking defenders were there, but nobody making a play. Now 28-26, but Captain Kirk's going to put this game on ice. He finds KJ Osborne in the end zone, and that's how it would end. Cousins also with a rushing touchdown in this one, and had the whole team talking.
I had no idea how much it means to the O-linemen when I run. They said it was just a big deal to them. I didn't realize that. If I had known that, maybe I'd run more. So for some reason, they really liked it.
All right, so the Vikings now move to 6-1 on the season, the second best record in the NFC behind the Eagles. This team is rolling. All right, and the Badgers took over the NFL today. 5 different Wisconsin Badgers finding the end zone, starting with Melvin Gordon. He was over in London finding the end zone here. Russell Wilson also had a touchdown in this one as the Broncos got the win. Cowboys versus Chicago, Dak Prescott to Jake Ferguson, the former Wisconsin tight end, finding the end zone, and then a classic hog tie celebration on his teammate. Wearing a Dolphins uniform, this is Alec Ingle taking the snap under center, and the fullback sneaking his way in for 6 as the Cowboys won over the Bears. And then in Pittsburgh, some trickery here. Chase Claypool takes the hand up but finds Derek Watt for the score. All right, now switching to the NBA, the Timberwolves on the road taking on the Spurs. Let's go to the fourth quarter. T-Wolves down 11, but check out Anthony Edwards here, just driving past the entire defense, getting the bucket and the foul, making this a single-digit lead. Now down 7, Rudy Gobert's shot, that's no good. San Antonio's going to get the rebound. They're going to dribble up the court, and then a little quick outlet pass to Doug McDermott, who drains the 3, and the T-Wolves fall on the road 98-107. Out on the ice, the Wild in Chicago down early, but Matt Boldy, he's going to get the loose puck here and then score to tie it at 1 later in the game. Now in the third, Wild down again, but this puck movement right here finds Boldy wide open. This one's tight again, going into a shootout, and then Frederick Goudreau is going to give the Wild the win. They're now 4-4 on the season. That'll do it for sports, and we'll be right back.
We're here with Stockman's of Osseo, where hunting boots just arrived. Right, Patty? With a large selection of Rockies, Muck, Bog, Red Wings for men and women. And we'll be looking for you even in the boot department. Hey, she just gave me the boot.
He pushed tax loopholes benefiting himself. Send him back, and he'll make things worse. Ron Johnson would let Wisconsin ban abortion, even in cases of rape, and said if you don't like it, you can move. He voted to raise the retirement age and wants to end guaranteed spending on the Social Security you earned.
Social Security is a legal Ponzi scheme, but that's exactly what it is.
Ron Johnson, still making it harder on us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
I'm gonna get you! Stop chasing your sister!
Making things better is kind of your thing.
But when Medicare has you stumped, it's hard to know how to make it better.
Maybe I can help.
Security Health Plan. Medicare coverage you want, value you need, service you love.
A new day has dawned on the all-new Maury's, Audi, and Volkswagen of La Crosse. Feel the luxury of Maury's Audi as soon as you enter the new state-of-the-art Audi dealership. Audi technology and style incorporated into Maury's La Crosse Audi sales and service. Maury's Volkswagen La Crosse features an upbeat, high-tech atmosphere. Having service done, enjoy our relaxing lounge as you wait. Come experience excellence at the new and improved Volkswagen of La Crosse. New building, new location, same friendly staff. Maury's Audi and Volkswagen of La Crosse.
As an Army commander, I served God, family, and country. But the media, they say none of that matters anymore. When I was 9 years old, my dad handed me a shovel and put me to work. Nowadays, people get paid to sit on the couch. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not some career politician. I'm a self-made businessman who doesn't give a rip about the special interests or their money. I'm running for governor to turn Madison upside down and take back the freedoms that make Wisconsin great.
Tim Michaels for governor.
Jerry here with Stockman's of Osceola, where we have the area's largest selection of alcoholic beverages. We have seltzers, a large variety of beers, over 100 varieties of wine, cocktail mixes, liquor, and I'll be looking for you even over here by the original beverage, water.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Well, across the bridge in Minnesota, a pumpkin is set to break records this week. This massive gourd from Anoka, nicknamed Maverick, weighs in at 2,560 pounds. Today, it's at the steps of Anoka City Hall, where it's being carved into the world's biggest jack-o'-lantern. The pumpkin set the North American record for pumpkin weight. And Halloween came early Saturday night for two North Texas brothers who suffer from the same rare neurological disorder. Maximilian, 5, and Christopher Watson, 10, were able to go trick-or-treating for the first time since they were babies with the help of MedStar paramedics. MedStar has been holding this program for 9 years. The Watson family says this event has given them memories to last a lifetime. And we'll be right back after this break.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota, let's go places.
Breaking news in Dallas, Texas, where at least 5 police officers were killed when they were ambushed.
This was the deadliest day for U.S. law enforcement since 9/11.
Just days after this horrific crime, Mandela Barnes appeared on Vladimir Putin's propaganda news outlet and rationalized violence against American police officers.
Police officers are over-exercising their badges. This probably was a retaliatory attack.
Do you want Mandela Barnes representing you in the Senate?
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Transportation, food supply, everything is going carbon-free. At Xcel Energy, we see it too. Eco-friendly car washes, carbon-free search engines, and all that clean energy needs clean energy. The same reliable, more affordable energy that powers your home. This is how the future is made.
The Coulee region has been good to me and my family, and I wanted to give something back. That's why I ran for the state assembly. And I've tried to do good things in Madison for the people of western Wisconsin. Wisconsin is facing a lot of problems today, and we need people who understand how things work. Right now, Wisconsin has a $5 billion surplus. With that surplus, we need to cut taxes. We need to fix our roads, and we need to fund our schools, and we need to do that now.
Upgrade your Harley this winter and let us store it. Reserve your spot with Great River Harley-Davidson. Schedule your tune-up and upgrades now and have them ready for spring. Our technicians have over 51 years of experience working on Harley-Davidson motorcycles. We have the factory-approved parts, tools, and diagnostic equipment to keep your Harley-Davidson motorcycle tuned exactly to Harley-Davidson specifications. Spend $500 or more on parts, service, or upgrades and receive free storage until April 2023. Space is limited. Call or stop in today to reserve your spot.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota, let's go places.
Seasonably cool overnight, lows in the 30s for most, right around 40 here in La Crosse. Mostly sunny and mild for Halloween, 65 tomorrow, even warmer to start November, upper 60s to low 70s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Finally, some rain chances later this week, Thursday night into Friday, and kind of some off and on showers right through next weekend as well. Also cooler temperatures.
Hey, Kate, where does Ghost go on vacation?
I don't know where to.
Malibu.
Oh.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. We'll see you here tomorrow.